Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of What's New in MXU. Today, MXU 5.7 and OmniPC 5.7. My name is Stéphane Couture, Global Product Support Specialist with Olympus and DT, and I'm joined today by Tommy Bourgelat, Product Director of the Phase Array Portable Products. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, Stefan. Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to this video. So there's a lot in MSU as every revision, but we will show only the top 3 functionalities in this video. For more information, you can read the release notes or ask your Olympus representative again for more details on other functionalities. So up to you, Stefan.
Yes, so the first feature that is a well-awaited one, and that is the support of legacy MX2 files, whether we're talking about setup file or data file. So first up, setup file. As you see, I have an OmniScan X3 connected right now. It's the default setup, nothing fancy. So with 5.7, if you go into your file open menu, you'll see in the drop-down from setup, there's a new option for OPS and OUS, that is the legacy setup file. So if I select this one, my MX2 setup, the OmniScan X3 will load the MX2 setup file, the adjustments that were made to the focal loss, the beams, meaning beam delays, beam gains. However, calibration indicators, VW, will not be carried over. However, as you can see, my gain is still uniform across all of my focal loss. The reason being that those are two separate electronics. So as you can see, although I was calibrated at 80%, now my gain is quite a bit hotter. I can quickly solve this issue though, if I go into display and select tracking the highest amplitude right here. I'm on my highest beam. I can select gain, auto 80%. And now if I move across, you see that every focal law hit the 80% at the 15 millimeter depth side drill hole. So my calibration is still valid. I can quickly redo a quick check and keep working or moving forward. What is true for MXU is also true for OmniPC. If you want to ever recall old data files and revisit them, monitor the condition of an asset over time, it's possible. So now we have OmniPC 4 with 2 phase array group, 1 tough group, and of course a big nasty one here. So as I move along, you have all your groups, your settings, that's fine. You can open the same data file now with OmniPC 5.7. Benefit from the new additions. In this example, software gain, which was not available with the MX2. You can lower the gain, increase the gain, move from one group to the next. And compared to the old one, there's no longer a need for security dongle or hashtag. It's free of charge. It's only a download away from benefiting from this. If you want more advanced features or more capabilities, WeldSite also supports legacy MX2 file now. So same data file again. As I move along, you see the snap feature tracking the maximum amplitude. I can build custom layout simply by dropping new layouts in there. If I go into analysis and merge, I can take those two groups, SKU 270, SKU 90, merge all of the A scans, and benefit from the advanced analysis feature from WeldSite, basically. Here, there, and I can move my zone around, isolating one indication or more. So just a few of the key features, key advanced feature from WeldSight, but it will work just like as per usual with those legacy files. So Tommy, do you have something new?
I do have something new. That was feature number 1. Thanks for explaining it so great, Stefan. So time for feature number 2 of the top 3, TFM filters. If you are doing high temperature hydrogen attack or HTHA, you will probably be interested with TFM in TFM filters. So let me share the OmniScan screen here. I have a live OmniScan X3 and a HTHA sample. The probe is 10 megahertz, if you want to know, 64 elements, 832. And as I'm screening for, colonies of HTHA here, I see some indentations popping here and there. And, the signal looks great. However, there's that background noise. There is that ripple or ringing effect at the top. After a while, we get used to it. But what if it was gone? So we added filters for that reason. 2 types of filter exist now in TFM, bandpass. Bandpass might have some use for specific applications, but the most interesting one for HTHA, as an example, will be the high pass filters. Which frequency really depends on you. They're all there. You can try them. My preference for a 10 meg probably goes with something around 6 megahertz high pass filter, just because I'm filtering just enough low frequency content, and I'm making sure not to cut off the great signals found in closer to the probe frequency. So look at the difference as I activate the high pass. All of that ringing effect goes away. So again, try each filter, see which one fits best for your application on their TFM settings receiver. So that was feature number 2. Feature number 3 is another functionality that has been requested since quite a while, namely tough lateral wave processing. So I will load a tough data file to demonstrate that on board the OmniScan X3. With the lateral wave processing comes 2 functionality. One is the synchronization, linearization, straightening. It's all synonyms of the same thing. We call it synchronization in the X3. The other one is called the removal. So once it's synchronized, and you need to synchronize first before you have the removal. Once it's synchronized, you can remove the lateral wave. All right, so this is my tough data. In this example, this is a 15 megahertz that the X3 handles very well, by the way. 15 megahertz, 70 degree. And I will demonstrate how to use the lateral wave processing. First of all, call the cursors, okay? Reference and measurement cursor. And that will bracket the section where you want to apply the lateral wave processing. Something new and very important, make sure to activate your gate A. And why is that? We actually changed the workflow a little bit with the S3. We now use the position of the gate A and the length of the gate A. Actually, you can see it on the B scan as well to bracket the lateral wave. The reason why we did that, actually, there are 2 reasons. One is to align better with WeldSight software. Hopefully, you can see my WeldSight screen here. And WeldSight uses thanks, Stefan. WeldSight uses a gate. So if you activate your synchronization, it's as easy as really 2 clicks. So number 1 reason. Number 2 reason, when you use an X3, the screen is great. It's large, but it's not as large as a weld site analysis screen. So cursors tend to be a little bit more in the way of each other. So we figure to separate the the lateral wave positioning by using the gate would be easier on selecting cursors than trying to, put fingers next to each millimeter, and
I can relate.
and it would just be easier. Yeah, exactly. The bigger your fingers, the tougher it is. So remember gate A? Just bracket that lateral wave with the start, the width, okay? And you can go in calibration tools. We have tough calibration. Under type is a new hidden function. Well, not really hidden, but there's a fourth menu called lateral wave processing. Synchronize, reset, remove, and reset the removal. So I will pin, there's a pin icon here, so that goes on the side. And what I have to do now is select a good portion. Okay, that is called my reference A scan. If I want to, since I have the gate, I can auto 60. Well, that was almost 60, so not much change for this one. And synchronize. So it will synchronize what is included between the cursors. I can reset, I can resynchronize, and you can adapt really and synchronize different sections altogether, really depending on your signal. At any time, you can reset, you can adjust this, and that gives you a lot of flexibility for all types of situation. Now, that was synchronization. I can remove or reset this whole thing. One last thing about the gate A, the threshold. As you can see, the threshold is probably a little bit higher than 20% on this example. It's not being used by the OmniScan. It displays the gate as usual, but the algorithm for the lateral wave processing uses automatic threshold based on the signals it's looking at and cross correlation. So don't spend time adjusting your threshold with gate A. It doesn't do anything. It calculates its own thing. So if you want to change the results, you can adjust your cursors, pick the right reference A scan, and you should be on your way.
And this Toft processing also is available on the MXU data files, on the SX data files as well. If the gate A is not activated by default, you can go in the gate menu, turn it on, and you'll have access to the same tools, just like Tommy demonstrated. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Very interesting. So that is the main highlight of the MXU and OmniPC 5.7 software. For the complete list of features, as you mentioned in the beginning, you can visit the release notes or contact either of us, your local sales representative, or visit www.olympus-ims.com for software download and additional information. Again, thank you for your time, Tommy. And
thank you.
see you next time.